Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of World of Warcraft, the Naked Lowbie Run. For the uninitiated, what we are doing is we are creating a random night elf. This challenger's name is Delarie. Delarie? That's how we're going to pronounce it, Delarie. We are playing on a very Horde-based server,
years of imprisonment,
and the goal is we are going to take this level 1 night elf named Delarie, and we are first going to strip him of all of his possessions so that he is completely naked, and then we are going to run, or attempt to run, from Darnassus all the way to... There is a camp in Tanaris just outside of Uldum. So if I come out to the map... Uldum, not Uldum. What is this, Lord of the Rings? Uldum. So it's somewhere in here. We're not allowed to fight. We're not allowed to grind. The only way we can gain experience is by discovering new areas. So we're bound to level up eventually. We are playing on a PvP server, so the odds of survival are very slim. Now that said, every time I play a new character, we're going to go down the list as far as classes go. So it'll be a new class every time. Eventually we're going to be repeating. This is Challenger number 4. If you missed our first episode, we had, spoiler alert, 3 deaths. So we are on number 4 here. And the farthest that we were able to get was actually, we got to Darnassus. However, we kind of cheated. Oh boy, and I'm already not paying attention. But the spider's not going to hurt us. We kind of cheated in the sense that after dying very quickly twice in Darkshore, the third attempt took a shortcut through the ocean, and we ended up swimming from from Darkshore all the way to Darnassus, where we ran into an island of Naga. And unfortunately, there just wasn't any way around them that we were able to find. And we were quickly slaughtered. So now we are running to... we're running to Darnassus. I'm going to take a quick pause on the audio just to make sure we are recording. And this time, we're not going to go swimming. We're going to try and get through Darkshore on the main path, as well as we're going to try and go through Ashenvale. I'm going to attempt to get to the Barrens. If we can get to the Barrens, I am going to claim success. However, Ashenvale is a contested territory, meaning any Horde players would potentially, that we find, could potentially destroy us. So one thing I'm trying to find is, so we're playing Hunter this time around, and so what I'm hoping we can do, it's been a while since I've played the Hunter. I've noticed I don't have a pet bar here, and I'm wondering if that's because you have to be a certain level in order to give your pet commands. If so, then, well, that kind of sucks. Because what I could do potentially if we get... What the heck? Oh. Sorry, I thought that was an NPC. I'm like, what the heck is going on there? And actually, let's give our pet a name. Let's see. Delarier's pet is going to be named something that starts with a G. How about we just call him G? Ah, we can't enter, just didn't... G-Short is his new name. Alright, G-Short. Let's do it. Alright, so we're coming out of the intro area for the Night Elves. We're coming up on Darnassus. And we're going to get over to Darkshore here pretty quickly. So eventually, if we level up enough from discovering new areas, we may be able to set this pet into defense mode. And so my hope is that I will not use the pet to attack, but with the pet in defense mode, we may be able to, if a mob comes after us, the pet may aggro him away. The pet will probably get killed very quickly, but it may give us a chance to escape. However, currently, I do not have that ability, and I think you probably have to get to like level 5 for that to happen. So, may not actually happen this go around. We are still in the Midsummer Festival. Actually, if you are sneakily paying attention, you may notice what day it is compared to the last video. Our last go at this. Alright, coming up on Darnassus. So the goal for this series is, number one, to have fun, to have an adventure, to see how far we can get, to see how funny it is when we die. Hopefully someday we actually get to where we're going, and that will be quite the success. If and when we do, I would like to start a second series where we create an undead, and we have to travel from Lod'ran all the way down to Booty Bay on foot. But for now, we're going to try to get to Tanaris instead. What the heck was that? Oh, just a rabbit.
Man, I was halfway through the Emerald Dream when I had to pee.
Alright, so we are going to fly over to Darkshore.
I'm listening.
And then we will be making our travel south. So the plan this time, we're going to get through Darkshore. We're going to pop out down here in Ashenvale, and going to attempt to get over here to the Barrens. Now, I think there's a Horde outpost here, so getting through there might be difficult, if not impossible, but we can try. If that way is blocked off, then we'll probably have to come through Stone Talon. An alternative would be to go all the way through Ashenvale into Ashara, and then kind of swim around Orgrimmar this way. Probably going to get ganked in here, so not sure we want to try that. But on our previous episode, we swam pretty much all the way down here, down through Ashenvale, all the way down Stone Talon, and I think we ended up dying right around here on this island. All right. So, in the last episode, we had a lot of fun. The other half of what I want to do with this series is just talk about video games in general. And in the last episode, there were E3 was our main thing that we discussed. In this episode, I would like to talk about some of the other games I've been playing. Just give you my thoughts. I won't be going into any spoilers for anything, so if you hear a name of one of these games and you're worried that I'm going to spoil something, don't worry. I'm not going to talk about any story spoilers or even gameplay mechanic spoilers if I can avoid it. But there are currently 3 games. I'm already being attacked? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Come on, Darkshore Stag. Just barely survived. Wow. Alright, I'm zooming all the way out. We gotta be paying a lot of attention to this. This is gonna be tricky. So as I was saying, there are currently 3 games in my rotation. I'm playing Persona 5, Nier Automata, and Nioh. Persona 5 I've progressed the furthest in, at least hours-wise. I think I'm 30 or 40 or so hours into Persona 5. I'm trying to remember how many. 1, 2, 3. I believe I've beaten 4 dungeons. Yeah, 4 dungeons. So I'm pretty decently far. I think I'm around the August time frame in the game. Man, Persona 5 is so great, but it's such a struggle to get through just because of how long it is. I think it's going to take 90 to 100 hours in order to complete the game. I'm not going for a full clear, but I would like to get to the end of the story. And it's been very challenging to try and get through Persona when there are so many other games that have come out this year that are worth playing. I have yet to touch Resident Evil 7. I have yet to touch Horizon. I have yet to touch Yakuza 0. And I doubt I will get to all of those. I did want to get to Nier, and I did want to get to Nioh, so I picked both of those up recently. They were both on sale, down to $40, so used some Amazon credit and got those. But Persona 5, man, it is such a good game, and I think right now it's my front runner for Game of the Year. It's not perfect. I don't think I'd give it a 10 out of 10, but it's close. The music in that game is so... Oh boy, there's a stag right there. Ha! Caught you that time. And the problem is there's a stag there, and there's a moonstalker there, so we're gonna sneak between them, and off we go. We're still good. The music in Persona 5 is fantastic. And I'm thinking, man, there's no way any other game could even come close to matching this music for Game of the Year award time. But then I started playing Nier Automata. Wow, that has a great soundtrack too. So I'm conflicted currently between both of those. And we don't even have Super Mario Odyssey yet. So as far as soundtracks go, hey, we got to level 2. As far as soundtracks go, this has been a great year so far, I would say. All right, G Short, you're up there level 2 with me. Oh, we got this little area. There's nothing I can buy. But you know what? Let's see. What can we do
What's
here?
on your mind?
Oh, I destroyed all my stuff. Well, there's nothing I can buy definitely now.
Keep your feet on the
Not
ground.
that I don't think there's anything I could use. I could be able to buy some bread.
What brings you here?
I think next time what I'm going to do is
How may I help?
I am going to keep all of my stuff and sell it. I think I would only get 3 or 4 copper though. So I don't know if I'd actually be able to buy anything. But it'd be worth seeing what it's worth. Anyway, so Persona 5, ooh, there's some Moonkin over here. Wildkin. Persona 5 is my front runner for Game of the Year. Today, actually, just earlier this morning, Nier Automata, and I don't want to spoil anything. I did get to credits for Nier Automata. I'll put it that way. Yeah, it's hard to spoil. It's hard to talk about that without spoiling a certain mechanic. But I did get to credits, and I kind of knew what was coming in a sense. It was very enjoyable. The game, I think visually, the art style is fantastic. I think technically speaking, it's got some issues, but the animations are great. The combat in that game is very fluid. I can't wait to do an exit review for it where we're really going to talk in depth about the combat. I know right now I'm just kind of throwing out superlatives and hyperbole, but Nier is definitely a game you should play if you haven't played it. It was not at all what I expected. I guess I didn't really have very much expectations for it. Okay, we got to be careful here, because I could get destroyed very quickly. These Moonstalkers are a little too close to the road for my liking. Ooh, Paladin. Yes! Yes, thank you! Wow, that couldn't have been better timing. Oh my gosh, that could not have been better timing. An Alliance Paladin showed up and took care of one of the dudes for me. Alright, in we go. I think this is the farthest we've been on this path in Darkshore. Not the furthest we've been, period, but definitely the furthest going this way. I think getting through there without help is going to be a challenge. You gotta just watch the patrols and get through them. You gotta time it perfectly. Alright, let's see. How close are we? So Grove of the Ancients is up here somewhere. I haven't been there, I don't think, during the Cataclysm. After Cataclysm hit. It looks like we can go up this ramp here. Okay. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Hopefully this path, hopefully that was the most challenging part of Darkshore. Hopefully there's not too many mobs on either side of the road here. Because if we can get through to Ashenvale... Okay, there's a stag up there. And we're keeping up with this guy, this paladin. Low tier fraud. That's hilarious. What a name. Alright, low tier fraud. Good luck. Oh god, no. We've got a bear. How did we aggro that bear? Are you serious? He was not even close. The good news is he's a slow runner. So I think we got away. Whew. Man, if we go to the combat log. Oh, man. Oh, we already passed Grove of the Ancients. Okay. Well, oh boy. We gotta be really careful here. I have no idea. I thought we were coming up on Grove of the Ancients. I didn't realize we had passed it. So now we've got to be extremely careful not to aggro anything that could be hidden. Don't want to aggro any of those guys. Although they'd have a hard time getting up here. I thought I just heard somebody talking. There's nobody here. Oh boy, my heart's starting to pump a little bit faster now that we're in new territory. Okay, so we got a stag over there. Ooh, and we got a bear right there. Yikes, this is gonna be challenging. All right, so the bear's moving. Oh, and here comes the stag, and of course he does that. Of course. Okay. Yeah, he's a little too close to the path for comfort. I can't go up there. Okay, he's walking away. All right, we got through it. Okay. I just hope there's no stealthed moonstalkers or anything. I keep hearing my G-Short over here growl, and it scares the crap out of me. Alright. We've got a level 43 human hunter just chilling over here. Oh, look at that! Yes! We don't have aggro stags. We've got passive wild bucks. Perfect. Okay. There's a 105 human priest. Alright, we officially have made it through Darkshore. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that just yet. Oh yes, we have officially made it through. We are now in Ashenvale. Ooh, and we've got ghost paw runners here. Gotta be careful of those. The deer are friendly though, so we don't have to worry about them attacking us, so that's good news. And there's a wolf. Or a warg or whatever. Worgen. No, not Worgen. Sorry, don't kill me. Alright. So there's a good guy. Alright, let's see. Let's take a minute to pause here. Just gotta make sure we know where we're going. Alright. Alright. So now we really gotta be careful because we're gonna start seeing some Horde, I think. And if we do, I need to pop Shadow Meld right away. But it has a 2-minute cooldown, so that was stupid of me to use it just then. Because if we see a Horde in the next 2 minutes, we are screwed. Alright. Let's make sure there's no wolves over there. I think warg is the proper term. Warg. We'll just call them wolves. Wolves. Alright. Got the thistle fur over there. We don't need to go close. I don't think there's going to be anything here. Whew. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to Zormgar. So this is where things are going to get tricky because I don't remember too much of Ashenvale post. See, there's the Horde. At least those are Horde NPCs. Because the Horde kind of took over a lot of Ashenvale after Cataclysm. So there's some Tauren and some Orcs. We've got to keep an eye out for those red titles because if I see a Horde, then we got to run because they will just insta-kill us. So being on the road is not very good. I mean, the nice thing is being in vanilla WoW. Oh, what's chasing us? What's chasing us? What's chasing us? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Okay, well. No. Wow. Somehow we aggroed the Horde, and when I wasn't looking, got wrecked by this Wildthorn Stalker. Alright. Rest in peace, Stellaria. Alright, we're going for number 5. We're gonna keep going. We're not stopping. Nothing's stopping this train. Except maybe batteries. Well, I feel pretty good. I'm glad we got to Ashenvale on foot without cheating by swimming around. It actually was a lot faster. I mean, swimming, we spent a long time even getting to Ashenvale by the ocean. Alright, Dallarie. We barely knew ye, but you are gone. Alright. I think we had a guy, I can't remember his name. The guy we got the furthest with, he had this same hairstyle. Alright, we were just a hunter, so now we're gonna go rogue. Customize. Randomize. Door blower. Good old door blower. Let's do this, door blower.
After years
of blah blah blah. Alright. So this time. Okay. Okay, 3, 5. Ooh, we have 11 copper. 11 copper's worth of material that we can sell. I don't remember how much potions were or how much bread was. If it was 10 copper, then we have enough for some bread. Not that we're actually going to use it. Alright, Dorbloor, let's see what we can do. So I think where the discussion left off with, was Nier Automata. Saying I can't wait to do an exit review for it. I still have... Okay, spoiler alert. Not really, not a story spoiler. But after the credits roll, you can play the game more. There's post-game content. I'll just put it that way. There's a lot of post-game content that I have not explored at all. So I'm eager to get into that and see what that's like. So Persona 5, I'm 40 hours in. Nier, I've beaten it once. And Nioh, you know, Bloodborne is one of my all-time favorite games. What a game. And I was really excited to play Nioh. It's been a while since Dark Souls 3, so I needed my fill of that kind of style of game. I know it's not the same as Soulsborne, but it's pretty close. Or at least that's what I heard. Anyway, I had only played a very brief amount of the alpha and the beta because I didn't want to spoil anything for myself. Because I knew I was going to get the full game. So I finally picked it up during E3 week. And I've beaten the first 2 main missions. And at first, I was having a fantastic time with the game. I really enjoy the combat. But I'm starting to realize that it's a lot grindier than Bloodborne or Dark Souls. In the sense that it's not one progressive, continuous world. You have a world map, and on the world map, you have different locations, and they'll have missions on those locations. And when you beat a story mission, it'll unlock side missions in those same areas. And when you do a side mission in an area that you've already been, it'll start you in a different place. There may be certain, like the shrines that you pray at may be out of order compared to where they were. Oh, come on, Night Saber, you're not going to do anything to me. Enemy placements are different. Item placements are different. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for the help. You basically replay the same area, but things are a little bit different. And at first I'm like, wow, this is really cool. But then I realize you are grinding out a lot of, what is it called in that game? Amita? I can't remember what the form of leveling currency is. I think it's Amita or something like that. I know it begins with an A. Basically souls or blood echoes or whatever the heck they were in Bloodborne. But you have to grind out a lot, and it's not just the leveling piece, it's the gear. It's like Diablo levels of gear and loot dropping. There are so many different effects, if you will, that you can have on your gear, stat boosts and enhancements and stuff. And there's set pieces, there's set gear, item sets, and while that worked, that didn't exist really. In Bloodborne, you had different kinds of clothing. They didn't really have too much differences in the sense that it wasn't like a progression where you're constantly equipping new gear. I think I went through the entire Bloodborne, my first go through. I think I went through the whole thing with the hunter set, hunter gear that you can find or purchase early on in the game. Because when you change gear in Bloodborne, at least armor-wise, you're tweaking it based on the stats that you chose to invest in. In Dark Souls, gosh, I can't really remember Dark Souls 3's gear, how gear worked in that. I think it was similar. There was a lot more gear in Dark Souls compared to Bloodborne, but Nioh compared to Dark Souls, it's like 50 times more gear or something crazy like that. I don't know. Hey, there's a level 110 human doing the Midsummer's Eve whatever stuff. So where was I going with that? Yeah, so there's just so much armor to pick from. The best parts of Bloodborne and Dark Souls, the variety was in the weapons and how you use them. In Nioh, I haven't gotten too far into the different kinds of weapons, but generally speaking, you have weapon types. And the weapon types are what are different, not necessarily the weapons themselves. So like in Bloodborne, there were like 20 or 30 different weapons, and each one had a unique... It was unique. It wasn't like, here's 5 swords, 5 axes. That's basically what it is in Nioh. It's like you have katanas, double katanas, you have axes, spears, I believe, and a couple other things that I can't remember.
Farewell.
But that's it. And then there's like 100 or 200 different kinds of swords that you can have, and it's just like their base stats are different, and then it's random based on the effects that'll be on the weapons. We got a level 110 gnome rogue right in front of us. Cram rod. So yeah, I love Diablo type loot games. I mean, I love World of Warcraft. It's not quite to the same levels as Diablo, but I love looking for gear. Not in Nioh. I'm not feeling that. So my initial impressions of Nioh were like, yes! And I'm starting to get a little concerned that I'm not going to enjoy it as much as I did any of From Software's titles in the Soulsborne genre. But that's okay. That said, I've got these 3 massive RPGs that I got to get through, and I probably won't be picking up any other games anytime soon, with the exception of Final Fantasy XII HD Zodiac Age. I have been waiting for Final Fantasy XII Remaster for such a long time. Years, even before Final Fantasy X HD was announced. I've just been hoping and praying that they would get around to it. Because playing Final Fantasy XII on the PS2, it just looks on an HD TV, it just looks terrible. I'm really excited to play the jobs, the new Zodiac job system. God, that same stag every time. All right, well, we're gonna survive, even if he hits us a couple times. It didn't even hit us. Man, Doorblower, are you just faster than the other guys were? I don't know. All right, so we're still early on in Darkshore. We still got a ways to go. I gotta be really careful of these stags. I'd like to try and get back to where we were in Ashenvale, because I think if we just hug the right side when the Horde were there, and then once we get past the Horde, hug the left side of that path going up, I think we can get past that spider, and then we'll be on to new territory. Now, one other thing we could potentially do is come all the way to the mountainside and see what we can do there, but yeah, there's some highborn there. I don't want to chance that. Now, I could, when we get to the ooh, now there's another there's another trick, is we could just go swimming down the water. Oh, let's try that. Let's try something different. Because last time we got to that part where there were stags and bears and moonstalkers, and we needed the help of a paladin that happened to be nearby to get through. So let's see. Let's try swim. Of course there's a stag. Alright. And a bear. Good grief. Alright, well, there won't be anything up here. Alright. So, because there's a bear over there... Oh, and there's a stag right there. You gotta be kidding me. Back off. Back off. Back off. Oh, come on. No! No! Doorblower, you suck, man. Unbelievable. All right. 38 minutes in. We'll do one more. Unbelievable. So if I'm gonna go in the water, I'm gonna have to. Well, I'll let it finish logging out. Man, that is rough. Don't exit game. Get out of here, Doorblower. All right. So now we're going with a priest. Aethridir. Aethridir. We're gonna call this guy Aethridir. Let's do it.
After years of imprisonment.
Yes. Alright, now we're just gonna dump all this stuff. No, 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 I don't want to do any questing. No! I don't want to do any questing! Not allowed to have quests in my list. Alright. Let's get back to our character. Dump the pants. Dump that. Dump that. Okay. Okay, Aethridir, here we go. We're taking the long way around this tree, apparently. Boy, oh boy. So, some updates about the channel. if it hasn't already been mentioned by the time this video is posted, Rudy is in Europe for 2 months. So you won't be seeing him too much. We might be able to swing something on Skype for a podcast or something like that. But he's got his own thing that he does. Don't want to get into that. I don't know if he wants me talking about it. But he's in Europe doing that for a couple months with his family. So we won't be seeing him too much until about August. Onyx, Matt, and I will be getting together, doing some exit reviews, doing some podcasts, doing some Let's Plays. We have some new series that we'd like to try and do. And we'll see where those go. I'm actually going to cut it short right now because it sounds like we've got some people coming in the door. So, A through Deer, you lives to play another day. All right, sorry for the quick cut, but we're going to cut it here. So be on the lookout for episode 3. We're going to continue right from this spot. I'm going to exit right here, and we're going to pick it right back up from here. So, all right, see you guys next time. Like what you saw? Check out some of our other videos, and be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest content. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.